Guys, it is 1 week until Peachtober. I'm so excited. I've been excited since March for Peachtober. One thing I'm really stressed about is I have not started any preparations. I've done one sketchbook page for the first prompt. That's it. I think it's about time that I get together my ideas because we have 1 week to go. I thought it would be fun if we spent an hour in my sketchbook. I don't know if it's going to be real time. I'll decide that later. Whichever way we go, I'd love to know, would you prefer it to be like 100% real time, cutting nothing out? Real time in that it cuts out some things that are unnecessary so it's not too boring, or just completely like chopped down to like 15 minutes. You let me know so that I know for next time, because I like these videos. Like, I personally love a chatty work in my sketchbook video. I'm hoping to get 15 or so ideas done, and then we'll see. I'll feel prepared then, you know what I mean? Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video. If you want to design and build a beautiful website, you can do it all in one place with Squarespace. Okay, everyone, let's take a look. This is what I did yesterday. I've done 1.5 days. Magic pencil. I liked sketching with this. It was funny. I don't know if I'll do it now. I'll definitely use some black ink though. I want to move really quickly. I've got my little lamp on. It's kind of a cloudy day. This is the list that we're working from. I'm just going to have it in front of me. You guys won't see it, but it's there. And yeah, let's just work together. I'm going to skip Daisy. I might just start from Sparkle. I've got this little timer here that'll just show you how much time is elapsed. I'll just work for an hour and see how far we get into it, shall we? I was thinking that with Sparkle, I was thinking of like cleaning company. I thought it'd be cute to do like a little cleaning company. Let me just see what kind of pens I have here. I had like a little idea for a cleaning van, and I had it 3D, but then I'm like, do I need it to be 3D? Could it be from the side? And my idea for this year is I want to not have a background. Basically, I want it to be like standalone, like some of my old work was. I don't want it to be as like landscapey because I want to reel back the amount of effort. And then if I want to paint it as a landscape in the future, I can. Could it be as simple as like we just do the branding for this on the side of the truck? Do you like it this way? It could be way more dynamic. Little harder to illustrate, I reckon. I feel like they have shorter fronts. Boxy. Okay. I love the idea of coming up with like whatever the insignia is going to be. All different types of sparkles. Could be like a mop. One tip I have is like tending to go for like my first idea, or like one of my first concepts is. So cleaning Sparkle, when it comes to Sparkle, like I want to do a cleaning company, like going with that. I could use it as an opportunity to like just do like a little star guy that I did the other week if I do think I'll need a break. But like, I love this idea. It wouldn't be that complicated. I want to do something like this with like the character, whether it's a person or just this little star. It might be more nice to be whimsical. And maybe his name's Sparkle, or her name's Sparkle. I only have like a few minutes for each, you know, so I want to create some depth by putting like the body behind the truck silhouette. I'm not sure like how a truck goes right now. And then have the door behind them. So they're like, you know, like there's some depth there, even though it's going to appear like a flat image. Maybe there's room for type, which would be cute. I imagine this in red immediately. And then I'm not sure, something like to do with a mop or something. That makes sense to me. I might leave this one for now because it's like the initial thought starter, and then move on to other stuff. Although just I love, maybe I'll come up with a backup easy one. So maybe there could be something with the ocean. From where you'd rather be vibes, kind of. No, but I like this. I think there's a lot of potential here, minus this mop. And then they're unpacking like the cleaning van or something. It'd be such a cute opportunity to draw a vacuum. Oh my god, it's cute. I love the idea of this. Whether we drop the van or not, I don't know, but I love the idea of doing the branding, and I think the van is an excellent like vehicle for that. Next we have paw. Now I thought this was a really nice opportunity to do like an animal, and I definitely want to do something with like a person. Some of my favorite pieces are like a character interacting with like an animal or another creature. Maybe there's like a paw. Then I've already got like rest as one. I gotta think about that. I like that. You know, like it's like a teddy bear, but it's sleeping. You're the teddy bear for the bear. So we know that there's gonna be a paw. So maybe it's like this, and then the leg comes up. Maybe they're wearing pajamas or something. I love like having parallels between the characters. So with Bandits, my main character Fig had, sorry, it's hard to draw and talk, had like space buns, and then the raccoon Bo, which is the other main character or the other bandit, ears that resembled that. I'll need to probably do some studies. I haven't drawn a bear in a long time. I want the size to be overwhelmingly different because I love playing with scale. Maybe like they have their back legs out too, but I'm not sure. I need to look at the anatomy of a bear, I think. It's been a little while, otherwise it can just be a tail. I want there to be like all hands and all paws out, because I just feel like if it's the word, it should be like part of the image. And then obviously like there'll be contrast between. Lucky this doesn't bleed. I didn't even check that. Oh my god, almost 10 minutes has passed. I'm not getting 15 done today. I like this idea so much. If I wasn't going to do paw like this, maybe it could be something playing with scale. Obviously, it doesn't really go with my backgroundless artwork. But having like a mysterious giant paw out of frame. But then I don't like that it's cut off. I want like it to be floating in space. So cutting it off isn't really going with like what I wanted. Whatever it is, maybe it's that big and then the person is scaled down to this size. I love playing with scale, but that way it doesn't need to be cut off, but there could also be scale with like trees and stuff, which would be quite cute. I also did a sleeping bear 1 year already, so maybe it would be better to do something like this. It could still be a bear though. I think either one of these is what I'm going to go with. I'll leave some room for sketching later. Let's go to number 4, which is sky. I like my example in the Peachtober cheat sheet that you can draw the things in the sky. It doesn't have to be like the sky itself. It's obviously a nice opportunity to draw like a little cloud, which I always try and do every Peachtober. Ooh, it'd be cute for like the character to be the cloud, but then like things that we have in the sky surrounding them, like hot air balloon. We got a plane. It's like we are it's a dreams or something. What else do we send up into the sky? There can be a rocket ship up at the top, a little stray balloon. I kind of like this. It's kind of sweet. Plane, hot air balloon, blimp. It's kind of cute. It's like it's friends, even though it's like totally debris. You do a satellite up here. I like this idea. It's kind of cute. I love like personifying something that's not alive. So let's like do that again. Hot air balloon, and then up here I wanted like a satellite, but by the way I don't know how that looks. Then behind it all we've got, maybe there can be some like playfulness with transparency here. I love doing that too. I think like the fun thing about Peachtober and the way it can be successful is like you get to understand like your work. Like I feel like I know the things I like. Cute. And then there's some rain or something. Then we could even have like a little mountain. It's like Cloud and all her friends kind of. I love that. Okay, this is going to be the idea. Next we've got fawn. I draw by hand as much as possible because I think that like traditional media has so much charm that you lose, or at least I lose in digital because I overwork it. So it's a way to just manage that overworking. Fawn. Okay, I obviously want to do a baby deer. Like, can anyone blame me? Baby deer have really big ears, don't they? And they're kind of gangly. They're like a normal, then they've got like really long legs. Maybe we exaggerate it by creating similar shapes in a landscape. So again, I don't really want it to be like a full-fledged landscape, but we could do things like trees, which is stuff that I loved to use to like let you guys understand like what scale these things are at. And because it's a woodland creature, it's kind of nice for it to be in the woods. I like that. Now let me do some pencil stuff because I need to figure out this fawn. I feel like they have maybe big bellies and like really like I'm just always thinking of Bambi. Big tail. Maybe that's a bit better. Now please be kind, like I'm not using a reference. I know this isn't going to be completely the right proportions, but you always notice after, like long after you finish a piece, I find that. So I like to let it sit, look at it from far away, kind of get your eyes refreshed. Oh my god, that's not good. But yeah, something like that. Some of the trees will be behind so that there's depth, but it's still going to remain flat, if that makes sense. And maybe they can resemble like clouds That would be cute. I like that idea. Okay, we're going okay. We've done 20 minutes and we've got 6 so far. I actually think we might be able to come up with 15 ideas. So 6 is sketch. Okay, obviously the first thing that comes to mind is like a character that is like furiously sketching. I just remember drawing so much by myself on the ground and stuff when I was little. So I love like adding those little relatable but autobiographical details or like just moments to my work. Because I mean, that's not unique. Everybody did that. This will be fixed later. Just maybe there's like paper all over. And then maybe like we can add what they're drawing above. That might be cute. What about sketching on the walls or something? We've got a character then that looks, let's just use a similar character. This is so Quentin Blake, like the black ink with the magic pencil. I love Quentin Blake. And then the composition would be something like this, but the implication is she's drawing on the wall, which is funny. The only difficult thing about this is I'd paint this first and then I'd have to like take my risks with this pencil, unless I just scribbled. I'm trying to hold my pencil really loosely so I just kind of get those like gestural lines and like the effect. It probably looks really scrappy, but it actually helps me to imagine like the perfect position better. Does that make sense? Like because it's so loose, like that's why I think you see so much more in sketches and like not finalized artwork a lot of the time. The reason I'm like doing this is because I think this is too long for like the orientation that I want to have. I feel like it'd be nice for the paper to be strewn all over. The only problem is if the perspective is wrong, it can look really bad. And we have like maybe a few pencils, crayons, maybe a box of crayons. The only question is how do we apply that? I guess like it would be apply the wall. Sorry, I'm so not eloquent right now because I'm just coming up with ideas. But if the paper is flat and it goes onto the floor but then straight away hits this wall, that could be really interesting. The line itself portrays like that there's a wall. The face of this one, but I love like the body language of this one, especially the like hand on face, concentration face, and like right-handedness. I mean, we could include that here so it doesn't obstruct her face. Okay, let's go for the next one. This one had a few meanings that we could use. The first is the bud of a flower. Then maybe it opens up. So the bud of a flower. We could also do like friends, which I like. It could be two friends playing on the bud of a flower as well. So let's say we have the flower and it's not fully opened. And it's like a budding friendship. That would be so cute. I love scale. Oh my god. And then it just cuts off here. We should probably want to have a leaf of some kind. And then we could have them playing like hide and seek or something. I wonder how big they should be. This is the other thing. I need to figure out how I want to portray like a flower bud because I've never done that before. Where do they end up being? Do we want them to be one's over here, kind of hiding? The other is like kind of seeking? Two buds on a bud, you know? I think that's really cute. I think I might want to make them a little bigger just so that we don't lose too much detail. I want the arm to be like tucked in over here. You can't really tell, but like I'll remember. And then the other girl, she's climbing around the corner. There could be like other compositions for the flower. Could be more geometric. What other flowers do I have? I've got my flower that looks kind of like a waratah is always how I imagine it, even though it kind of looks like a tulip. So maybe the image looks more like this. So the bud of the flower is like this. What if it was like that? Sorry, I'm not finishing my thoughts. I do love the more natural like composition of this. Like it's very curly whirly kind of, which of course is the technical term. And then there's more places to hide, which I like. And the composition could be something like this. Oh, I love this composition so much. Like when I say composition, I just mean the way that it sits, like as the artwork itself and then within the paper. Oh, I like this. I'm going to explore this a little more later. I like this composition a lot. I breathe so loudly when I'm concentrating. Oh my god, I can't wait to explore this one. Oh my god, I'm so excited. Oh, this is so cute. I love it. I'm feeling like way more comfortable now because I was like, I don't even know if I have any ideas. I think that's why like preparing ahead of time makes me more calm, because if I can't come up with something better, I have all these sketches to fall back on. Next is river. We've got 25 minutes. Then I'm gonna have to pack up and go. Using the prompt river, as I said in my Peachtober cheat sheet, was because there was this dog river that we were so fond of and she died this year. And she was so dark black, but she would come over. Little homage to her in my sketchbook. She just had like such a fluffy tail. She was also a little chubby, which is so cute. River could be composition wise, because remember, I'm not doing any backgrounds. I have to also understand what a river is. I think it's like running water that connects bodies of water, but what kind of bodies of water? We could do like a river fish. And kind of just like imply that the river's there, maybe with like lines. The actual riverbed and like the top of the river is just invisible. And then we've got like rocks and like other details that are here. Going around. Does that make sense? I need to do some studies of like the ways that a river hits a rock. Maybe it's splashing. Aside from fish, like what else is in a river? There's bears in a river. Catching the fish. Like salmon swimming upstream, or is that's a stream? Just solved my own problem, didn't I? And then as a composition, what would that even look like? Like if we had a few rocks. So we put like the fish underneath. Sorry, I'm just figuring this out for a sec. And then we've got the fish. I obviously will have to do splashes now that I think about it, because that's too still to be like a raging river. I'm a bit like unsatisfied with. I'll have to come back to this. But anyway, I don't want to spend too long on each because it's about getting your like first impressions. Now this one could be about the color. I'll see how I feel on the day, but like for now, let's do some concept. I love apricot jam. You know that? What's that fable? It's like, I don't know if it's a fable or a religious story, but it's like the person carrying the rock on their back. And I don't know anything else about it besides like on The Simpsons. Just know that about me. They can wear clothes though. The harvest, if you will. I love a jar, and I always have. I discovered apricot jam this last year, like in November. It's what I want marmalade to be when I watch Paddington Bear. Trying to get the last little bits of it out. What if they're like trying to reach down and like the gravity is holding their got like a knife in their hand. Maybe like they've got a backpack out here. Got a loaf of bread as well. I love adding little labels on. I love this. Okay, maybe it's something like this. So that the label could look something like this. Maybe the lid is beside the jar. So they've taken it off. I'm just now highlighting what's in front and what's in the back kind of. I love this. I think I'll go with something like this. What else could we do? Oh, I love apricot jam, and this is going to be so pretty. Like obviously like this is going to be orange, and then maybe like we've got like olives and greens, and then the jar like obscures the color of the kid. I see it all. But let's do some jar shapes as well. Something really wide, something really tall and skinny, although that seems a little bit dangerous in my opinion. We need a really wide open lip so that they can be like coming out of it but not just clearing, like there's a lot of space. There's not the implication that they're going to get stuck in the jar. I think that's like worrisome. I like the idea. I think that she should face towards somehow. I guess then the leg should be up here so that she can face the viewer. So she's facing the viewer, so her like butt's here, and then like yeah. Okay, I understand that. I'm sorry, I can't explain it, but that's what it shall be. 13 minutes left. I definitely wanted to do something with a game or a computer. And when I say computer, I mean like the old school computer. Now to simplify the composition, maybe the computer's on the floor. I was like semi-raised on screens. Like I loved the computer and like TV and stuff, and obviously I love social media, so it was great for me, like to the point where my dad, like as a punishment, he would take away my TV time. It'd be cool if everything was personified, like even the mouse. How is she sitting though? Is she sitting at a table? Like that could be the case. That's so normal though. I think it's too normal. Maybe she's on the move. Like, okay, wait, this is going to be homage to me in the fact that I don't have a laptop and I carry my desktop everywhere with me. But it's obviously going to be exaggerated because I'm using like an iMac and not like a massive old school desktop computer. But maybe she's like, she's happy to do it, you know, like I want her to be smiling while she does it. And I want the computer to be smiling too. But I already am. The backpack, and in the backpack maybe we've got the mouse, the cable. Back in the day they used to have like, maybe this is like, you know that computer box that used to come with computers, maybe the mouse is tapped onto that and it looks like a backpack, like the keyboard across them or something. Okay, wait, now we have to change the composition because we can't see all the details. So without the computer, we've got the person, and they are on their way to new horizons, but of course they can't leave behind their favorite screen. The back will be the computer. We've got a band around it so that we can put the mouse. The string is just dangling. Maybe the keyboard. I was thinking like strapped across the chest and then somehow holding the computer screen like this, and she's happy to do it obviously. So let's just draw that out. And so the computer screen's also smiling. Keyboard strapped across there. Oh my god, we've got 9 minutes and this is a complex one. This is so not stable. I'm gonna have to like redraw this, I reckon. And then that is the computer boxy thing, which I don't know what it's called. That has to be an obvious mouse, like one that looks like that. I love like cable swinging and stuff, like, and ropes. So Explorer vibes. Maybe she's looking down at it and she's happy. She has to be holding it more securely, but I'm unsure how that will go. At this stage, I just kind of wanted to illustrate that she has all like the gear strapped to her, like an Explorer would have like rope and things like that. And she's on her way. I need to think about this though. Everyone's gonna have buns, but the hair will be different on the day. This is basically the vibe though. I like it. The fact that I bring my desktop computer back home when I want to work from home, like, and I would bring it back to work the next day. It's like a full-on iMac. This is an homage to that. Like, I get really emotionally attached to my technology, and I can't bear to like buy a laptop and make my computer feel unloved. And yeah, that makes me insane, but that's okay. I'll deal with that later. 11 is wheel, so we're not going to quite get 15, I reckon, but that's okay. We've done quite a lot. I love the idea of a wheelbarrow. I don't really know how to draw a wheelbarrow. Where does the wheelbarrow wheels go? Wait, no, it's the other way around. Am I wrong? No, wait. Because I feel like the wheel is like this and then they put it down. Am I crazy? I don't know. Anyway, wheelbarrow. What can they be wheeling? I'd love like the scale to be like a massive vegetable. Maybe it's like a pepper. Big baby. You know when you see like the photos of those farmers and they're like carrying their prize pumpkin? It's like the biggest pumpkin you've ever seen in your life and you're like, is this real? We want that vibe. But she's like a young girl and it's like her first little foray into gardening or something. But what vegetable? That's the question. Peas in a pod. What does a wheelbarrow look like? I need to look that up later. So if it looks crazily wrong, just know I'll fix it. My mum, when I was in her belly, had this jumper that said like peas in a pod. That's what I always think of when I think of peas in a pod. Oh, I love it because it looks like a pram, but it's a wheelbarrow. Triplets in a pram. Sorry if I'm breathing really loudly. And we're going to make sure she's like a proud mum of her vegetables. So cute. I like it because she looks like a little kid, but she's pushing like a pram looking thing, which is a wheelbarrow with massive peas in a pod. That are her babies. That's so adorable. Guys, we have 5 minutes. Do we attempt the next thing or do we continue looking at this? I love the tropes of like childhood movies, which is like the red wagon. I didn't have a red wagon, so to me it's a trope of childhood TV. I don't know if it's a trope for you. I recently did it in like a picture book that I worked on too, so. Pumpkin is cute because it's like, jack-o'-lanterns are so scary, their faces, but this face is really, really cute. And also it gives me a chance to do like the fun. I know that like pumpkins have really crazy like swirly parts, which is kind of cute. Is it better to do a wheelbarrow or a trailer? A trailer like makes, not a trailer, like a trolley makes more sense, like the wagon. Maybe she's in front of it like this. And it takes up like most of the frame. I love playing with scale when it comes to like within a frame. It's very like what I saw in like old picture books. And the person has to be really small next to it because that's just like part of playing with scale. Okay, I like this and I like this. It just depends what I want to do. And we could always combine them and have the red wagon holding the peas in the pod. Do you think we get one more out? What's next? Earth. Oh no, I don't think we're going to be able to finish. We've got 2.5 minutes. Obviously, I could do Earth. This is not accurate, but you know. In the same vein of like the sky sketch, maybe we personify Earth and there's a bunch of satellites or something. We also could do like dirt. So maybe we're digging. How do people hold shovels? Figure it out, that is not right. And it's such hard work. She's wearing like massive boots, which is so cute. Maybe she's just building a sandcastle in the end. Maybe there's a sandcastle behind her. Earth, but you're digging sand, so that's a no-no. But I love this. I would love to do something personifying the Earth. What could be around it to make it interesting? What could be different? 1 minute and 4 seconds. Or maybe Earth is not happy because of the state of the world right now. Earth is disappointed with us. Maybe Earth is fed up. Maybe the sun could be holding. Are we almost finished? Baby Earth. We're just such a young little planet in the scheme of things. No! Guys, time is up. The sun has like 9 children or whatever, however many planets there are. Pluto, rest in peace. Anywho, guys, 12 ideas. It's as simple as that. This gives me a lot of confidence because I'm like, I'm just going to do the sketches for the rest of them tomorrow. Maybe it'll take 2 hours, maybe it won't. But yeah, I think this is really cute. Is there any ideas that you hate? Be kind to me, please. The only thing I'm really unsure about is river. I'm going to have to continue brainstorming this one, but lucky I left space. Hello again. I hope you enjoyed this video. I just wanted to say a big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video as per usual. You guys know I love Squarespace. Squarespace can be used for heaps of stuff, but I just wanted to highlight the fact that in the past, I used something like Drop. And that like didn't work out because there was permissions and stuff like that. This time I just made a page on my Squarespace and just plopped the images there so you can hold them down and save them. Why didn't I think of that before? I'm so silly. Let's take it easy. Let's not be techie. When you work for yourself, you have so many things to think about and you have so many roles to fill. Even if you hire people, even if you work with people, you still have to wear a lot of hats at once. And I think a big part of doing that successfully is learning to juggle every part that you need to manage. I honestly think that Squarespace is an amazing tool for that because you have all of the things you need in one space, all of the same UI, all of the same UX. Like it's just easy to understand and you don't need to like learn something new for every single thing. You don't need to pay fees to all these different companies. It's just one-stop shop, if that makes sense. I know you can do invoicing on Squarespace. I know that you can do newsletters on Squarespace. I know that you can do your online store on Squarespace. You get analytics on Squarespace. You can do your hosting on Squarespace. You can do your portfolio on Squarespace. You can do links to your calendar and people can book events through your business on Squarespace. There's so many things you can do, whatever your business and the way you want to run it, there is a way to make it beautiful with Squarespace. If you've never tried it before, go to squarespace.com/furrylittlepeach. You get a free trial and 10% off your first purchase. Thank you, Squarespace. Now, I wanted to say, this year I'm enlisting the help of my sister. I'm basically paying her to run the Peachtober Instagram account. And what that entails is I'm sending her the posts that I want to share and then she'll share them on the feed. And what this will do is it'll take that off my plate and ensure that I get through the whole month. Most years, like I've only had the Peachtober Instagram for like 2 years, but both years I didn't fully finish and I feel really bad about that. I think what I'm going to do after Peachtober 24 is go back and post the ones I didn't because post the ones I didn't share, post the prompts I didn't share from the previous years, because I just feel horrible. Like the whole purpose of the Instagram is to shine a light on your guys' work. Last year, on the first day, I posted over 100 people's work on the Peachtober Instagram, and then I got banned from Instagram, and I didn't know when I would get the account back. And then by the time they got the account back, I'd already like been in my routine, and then I really slipped behind with sharing the work. So I think I need to learn that I cannot do it all for Peachtober. It's just become such a big challenge, which I love, but I just have to like outsource the parts that I'm happy to outsource. And thankfully, Asia has offered her services to me, so I'm really excited. When you get a message this Peachtober, it's not going to be from me, but I will have handpicked your work. Yeah, let me know what you thought of this video. Again, let me know how you would how you like to watch videos. Do you like them really cut down to like from an hour to 20 minutes? Do you like them semi cut down so it's like it's a flow of a story, or do you want it like fully uncut? I don't know if I would want it fully uncut, but I think that my favorite is like cutting it down slightly so that like there's a flow to like the narration and stuff like that. Anyway, you let me know what you think, and I shall see you very soon. It's Peachtober in a week. Like, did I mention that? Maybe the next time you see me, I'll be frazzled. Oh, by the way, I'm learning to drive, and I've failed my IELTS test. I will let you know more about that in the future. Bye.